Welcome to the Hamsey Analytics Daily Market Commentary. I'm Paulo Navarro. Today is Thursday, June 14, 2012. For the market internals, the New York Stock Exchange advanced decline differential closed at 1,080. The Nasdaq advanced decline differential closed at 913. There were 24 new 52-week highs for the S&P 500 and 11 new 52-week lows for the S&P 500. So you could see the advanced decline differential. The whole day was positive, even when we were selling off this morning, and then we just rallied, finishing almost at the highs of the day, which was pretty good action onto the news that we had today. For the volatility, there were 440,000 contracts traded on the VIX today and 68 million in total premiums paid. For the dollar-weighted put-call ratio in June, we saw a 0.7 reading, which is pretty neutral, with 30% of total premiums paid. On July, we saw 0.25, which is bearish, with 28% of the total premiums paid. But as I mentioned day after day, the change that we had seen here on the marginal throughout the day indicated pretty well the bullish momentum that we were getting around 2 p.m. Chicago time, and then we just took off after seeing some very bearish readings on the dollar-weighted put-call ratio this morning. Okay, here we have the daily chart for SPX. So you can see here we had a big update today, 1% higher for the day, which was good. It was interesting to see that we exactly stopped at the trend line that we've drawn here. As you can see, that was the high of the day. Again, today we continue to form the 7th up down day that we mentioned yesterday, and also the right shoulder here is now forming better. A break of this line here that we have drawn would confirm the bottoming pattern that we're in right now and will take us higher. Based on the fact that it was news driven today and not just price action, the conviction of a further downside is now less than going upward and breaking this upper resistance that we have had so far. If we look at the SPY, CI is now pointing higher. CI diff is higher, as you can see here. Volatility is low, but still you can see we're at the upper side of the inverse head and shoulder that we have mentioned. We could not go lower this morning, but the market started trying to sell off. But again, after that, we just rallied, and then at around 2 p.m. Chicago time, some news hit about central banks putting some plans together, and the market just took off, taking all the highs that we had met before. So let's look at the intraday action here at the 30-minute. Let's look at the 5-minute. It was interesting to see that we opened higher and we started selling off, but quickly we reversed and started making new highs, more new highs throughout the day, and then just basically flat throughout the day, selling off a little bit. When it was looking like we were going to sell off, maybe go and test the lows here, we just got the news from the market. As you could see, huge spike very fast, and then we dropped because there was no confirmation. But after that, again, some good news came up, and we finished up the day, which was pretty positive for the market. Again, as I could point out, the short side right now is basically out of play based on the news. You can see here the 10-day moving average now pointing higher. It changed throughout the day. It was pointing lower here, and we have changed now higher. Last couple of bars have been pretty good. Most of the shorts have been squeezed out here. Also, the 50-day moving average, as you can see here, on the 10-day and the 20-day moving average are now turning to a positive slope, as you can see here, which is good. So that's pretty much what I'm seeing here. 200-day moving average looks like it's out of play right now. So the next target I would look for, once we break this level here around the 34.10, I'm looking for the 35.20s, 35. So it's gonna be when the 50-day moving average comes around here. That's gonna be our next level here to watch. Pretty much looks like we are forming a base here right now, so it was interesting to see the action we got today. Tomorrow probably not much action based to the options expiration. Everything is boxed in, so We'll see what happens tomorrow. Maybe we get some other news. Now we have the Gld chart here, the daily chart. Interesting action today. Again, you could see we hold on the trend line that we wanted to see, that we had drawn here Tuesday or Monday. Again, you could see it here. For you to see it better, today we had an outside day for gold, as you could see here. Very interesting. We were selling off in the morning, then we just finished higher. Pretty positive action for the day. Now we just want to take this high out, and we're shooting for the 61.52 level. So that's the level we've been talking about the whole week. So we're gonna keep on looking at those levels here, breaking that high, and then going to the 52. We look at the intraday action here in gold. This is the 30-minute chart. You could see this huge drop on the morning as soon as the market opening, or even a little bit before. Gold futures just dropped pretty fast, but it looks like throughout the day we came back and rallied into a close, making it an outside day, ending higher, which was pretty good for gold. So pretty much the short-term trend bullish until the 61.50 level. That's the one we're looking at on the weekly and on the daily chart. If we look at the moving averages for gold, you can see here we did hold. We closed above the 50-day moving average, which we talked yesterday. Yesterday we closed above it, but we mentioned that we wanted to see a confirmation above that 50-day moving average. We got it today. We went lower and then closed higher, which was pretty positive action. Now taking this low is the one that we want to see right now. After that, 61.50, 61.32 is going to be around the resistance here, the 100-day moving average. A lot of levels around here, but let's take this high and then point to the 61.30, 61.50 level. It's going to be our target then. Okay, this is the last chart we're going to look at. This is the VIX. As you can see here, we almost have an outside day, but the high was not as high as we wanted it to be. The sell-off in the morning was not as high as we wanted, but it was pretty positive. We broke 0 sig line, which was good. Now we want to take this low out. As I mentioned, we want to be below 20 on volatility. Right now at 21.68, which is a lot better than when we were at 24, almost 25. So maybe we're seeing a turn here in volatility. Again, CI is still flat. That's important to watch. CI diff, it's 0, so basically we are not going up or down. We're basically flat on the VIX. But it was important to see this big reversal from the top to the bottom. We're going to look at it on the intraday action. Here's the 30-minute chart for the VIX. Not much happening on the VIX today. We're basically pretty flat. And then, as I mentioned, the news came out. Huge down bar. Bounced back quite a bit. And then just finishing almost at the lows of the day, which was pretty good. So that's what we have for today. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good day. We have a special offer by TradeStation. Get your Hamsi Analytics proprietary indicators paid by TradeStation. Contact Active Traders Office in Chicago, Peter Albino, at the number listed below.